Well, I'll make a habit of doing
drama or any
meant to last.
390 style fight.
Because we're guys, and that's what guys do.
It was definitely pulled down by a higher power. Is best, but it'll do. If you've ever watched a Jason Statham movie before, you probably know what exactly to expect.
Well, I'll make a habit of doing things that people say I can't do. Walk through fire, water ski blindfolded, take up piano at a late age.
The story might not matter all that much. Truth is, we don't care about deep character drama or any Oscar-worthy writing.
Screw it!
What we want is Jason Statham doing what he does best, looking tough like he's had enough of everyone's nonsense, fighting harder and saying very little while beating the bad guys into next week. In A Working Man, Statham once again proves that he's built his own brand of action hero. Just like Schwarzenegger and Stallone before him, you don't go into a Statham movie for subtle storytelling. You go to see him.
I died for 5 minutes and then I came back to life.
And he delivers. And that's exactly what this film does, more or less. A Working Man is based on a book called Levon Cade by Chuck Dixon. Stallone helped write the script and also produce the film. The main character, Levon Cade, is a former Black Ops soldier who now works construction and tries to stay out of trouble. But as you can imagine, trouble finds him anyway. Levon, played by Statham, has a quiet job as a construction foreman. He's sleeping in his car, trying to earn enough money for a custody battle over his daughter. He's got problems, but he's trying to live a normal life. But that peaceful life doesn't last very long.
Such a thing is not meant to last.
One day, some rough guys show up at the work site and threaten one of his co-workers, and Levon drops the hammer. The calm, quiet construction guy turns into a full-on bone-crunching machine. He takes them down fast, revealing a much more dangerous side. Those goons learn their lesson and never return. Seriously, they do not show up again in the movie, and you are left wondering what that was for. Of course, it was co-written by Stallone, so we should expect some unnecessary 90s style fight scenes that really have no part in the story. But who cares?
Because we're guys, and that's what guys do.
Things really kick off when Levon's boss, Joe, played by Michael Pena, gets devastating news. His daughter, Jenny, has gone missing after a night out. With no leads and no help from the police, Joe turns to Levon. He knows about his past in the military and begs him to help find her. At first, Levon refuses. Then he changes his mind because the truth is he really just wants to beat people up.
I'm a different person now. I'm gonna bring her home.
Wait, what?
He goes deep in the criminal underworld, pretending to be a drug dealer, trying to track down Jenny. What he finds is a dark and violent world of human trafficking run by the Russian mob. From here, it's one fight scene after another. Levon tracks down suspects and deals with them the only way he knows how, with punches, slams, and plenty of destruction. Some nice, well-deserved slaps. There's waterboarding, bar fights, shootouts, and explosions. Even with all this chaos, his character stays calm, cool, and nearly unstoppable. He's so efficient and deadly, he makes easy work of every goon that squares up with him. The guy doesn't feel the need to dodge bullets, as they go past him out of respect. Meanwhile, Jenny seems to be running rings around her kidnappers. It's obvious that the universe is on her side, evidenced by a moon so ridiculously large and low, it was definitely pulled down by a higher power. And while Bruce Almighty is busy pulling down the moon and making his girl tumble, Levon is making guys tumble with his high-powered hardware. It's fun to watch in that classic action movie way, but some parts could have been better. The fight scenes, for example, are sometimes hard to follow. The light is so dark in some places that it's tough to see what's going on. The editing is also choppy, which makes the action feel less exciting than it should be. While Statham's character is supposed to be on a mission to save a kidnapped girl, it doesn't always feel urgent. He sets up meetings that take days to arrange, moves slowly from clue to clue. It seems he's more interested in bringing down the criminal structure than actually rescuing anyone. In fact, Jenny does a decent job of actually keeping herself alive. Levon just shows up toward the end to clean up the mess. Also, the movie is nearly 2 hours long, and it doesn't have to be. But let's be honest, A Working Man isn't trying to be deep or clever.
Screw it!
It's made for people like me who just want to see Jason Statham take down the bad guys. And if that's what you're looking for, you'll be satisfied. Statham, as always, has a strong screen presence. He does his own stunts, barely blinks during the fights, and carries the whole film with that energy he's known for. Is this his best work? Nah, far from it. But it still gives fans enough action to stay entertained. A Working Man is a straight-up action movie with Jason Statham doing what he does best. It may not be his best, but it'll do.
Screw it!
But I stand to be corrected, so I remain open-minded.